What's going on? Welcome to Digibros.
I have no idea where you need to go or what you
We're
need
going
to
to
do.
the Shadow Temple. So I need to go be a kid and have fun.
Alright, your
That's the
mission
plan.
accomplished.
Yep.
I'm already having
I already
fun just listening to this music.
I already made myself a kid at the end of the last episode. So we are on the right track. Bing ding 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 ding. Boom ding 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 doo.
Seems like it's weirdly loud. Anyways, Victor.
Yeah.
This is the start of a new play session.
Yeah.
It's been a few days since the last one. We started up Dark Souls, which I think will have already started coming out a long time ago by this point.
Possibly.
But we started playing it.
Yes, we did.
Now we're back to playing Zelda. Zelda's fun.
Squanch.
Okay, you need to get that bag away from you so you don't keep touching it.
Motherfucker, you don't always put your bags near me.
Oh, yeah, I put them near you when you're not in the room.
This motherfucker's all about bags. This motherfucker's bag crazy.
You can't move
This
things when
motherfucker's
you
a
get in.
bag.
This room needs to be cleaned. This room's kind of a sty right now. There's kind of shit everywhere.
Yes. No. I don't care about your room.
All right. I'm sorry I brought it up, that I was just making an observation about my own living space. Victor, what have you been up to? What are you doing today?
I'm
What's going on?
shooting a film.
It sounds like it's stressful.
It's
Going by your tone
I
of voice.
did think about making this point, is that making a film is always very stressful. It's just chaos and lots of things and lots of work for over 12 hours straight. But then, like, it's also the greatest thing in the world, and when I'm doing it, I'd rather be doing nothing else with my life. I'm like, man, I just want to be here doing this.
Well,
That's how most filmmakers feel.
I hope I hope that you feel that from your heart and not like a placebo effect of knowing that that's how filmmakers are supposed to feel.
No, because I feel it every time.
Yeah, you're not very
keeps me
susceptible
going.
to placebo anyways.
No.
You're definitely not the type to hear, oh, this is going to make you react like this, and then react like that.
It makes me react the opposite way because I'm an asshole.
Right. You get the opposite.
But yeah, no. I'm saying that's how most filmmakers feel based on the observation of other people I'm working with who all seem to feel the same way as I do.
I'm assuming you're waiting for it to be daytime to
Yes.
go into Kakarika Village.
Yes.
It's daytime.
Okay. I need to go get the sun song so we don't have to wait for daytime all the time.
Yeah, that would be a great idea.
Nah, fuck that. That's gay.
Oh. Are you using gay as a derogatory term, Victor?
No.
Are you using gay
No.
to mean bad? Are you trying to say that it's not good to
I
be
was
gay?
I was using it as a derogatory term ironically.
Oh.
Because now
Now we're on 8
I've gotten
levels of irony.
I've gotten to this point where it's like it's now ironic to say it as derogatory when I'm actually like really supportive.
I think it was, I think the original intention of using it that way, well, not the original intention. I guess I should say it's with self-awareness. Is that the same as irony? Is that what you really mean is self-awareness and not irony?
I don't know. Yes,
Maybe,
there is a lot of self-awareness.
Maybe you just
certainly.
shouldn't use the word gay that way. This is not this is the Song of Storms, not
Yes.
the Sun Song.
How does it go?
Do 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 do.
That's what I was trying to do.
Do. No.
Hold on.
No.
I can't find my buttons.
No. No.
It's gotta go higher than that, right?
It's do 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 do.
Okay.
That
Hold
looked
on.
close.
I have the fucking songbook. What am I doing? Okay. Oh. I had to go more extreme with it. There we go. I was like, this doesn't sound right at all. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'd like to explain like what I've been doing for this film, but I feel like I'm gonna have to like explain a bunch of people in like a bunch of different positions and like drop all this lingo, and
Sounds like
that's gonna be
film work
tedious.
is complex.
Yeah, and there's just lots of weird words.
Technical stuff.
Like, I know, I had the thought today that I know I'm in too deep when I've been having hilarious conversations with people about extension cords, and I'm like, man.
Hey man, everyone can relate to that.
Like, me and the lighting guy were just talking about, like, we keep getting out these extension cords, and because we're using stuff that students have been using.
I'm trying to imagine like an overly technical like conversation between filmmakers, but because I chastised you for saying DP so much on the last thing.
That's why I said it, the lighting guy.
All I can imagine is you and a bunch of other people sitting around going, DP, DP, DP,
Oh, God.
DP, DP, DP.
It's more like, can you bring the...
Literally picturing you standing there in your V-neck shirt with the cardigan on, like surrounded by a bunch of hipsters, just DP, DP. I hope it's as funny to anyone else as it is to me, the image in my head.
I'm sure it's not, but you're having fun, and that's all that matters.
Anyways, continue with what you were saying.
I now want to know, can you translate this sentence? Can you please bring the DP a stinger so he can set up the keto flow?
Whoa. Alright. Stinger, I'm guessing, is not a euphemism for coffee.
No.
Stinger. Wow, I've never heard that in a film context before. Is it like a film tool?
It's an extension cord.
Why do they call it a stinger?
Because film is weird.
Why not just
Do you know what a C-47 is?
A gun?
That's
or
a
something?
clothespin.
Oh, really?
The story behind the C-47 is that there was a film set one time where they needed to order a whole bunch of clothespins because we use them for like setting up light gels and things. But like they couldn't get the order through because like the producers I guess didn't think they needed clothespins and we're just like, oh, we're not gonna buy like a fuckload of clothespins, so they put it on the order list as C-47s because it sounded more technical. And so now the official term is, do I get the magic lens in
Surely
here?
by now, though, producers understand that clothespins are necessary for film.
Yeah, but it's just, they call them C-47s now. And C-47 has a better, like, it rolls off the tongue better anyways.
Then clothespin?
Yes.
C-47 clothespin. Bring me a clothespin. Bring me a C-47.
Sounds cooler.
Sounds like I'm bringing you a fucking jumbo jet.
Either way, same thing with stingers.
All right, wait. What was the rest of the sentence,
it's just
though?
Different.
Bring the DP a stinger. Wait, I don't explain it. I wanna try to get through the last part. What was the rest of the sentence?
Bring the DP a stinger so we can set up a Kino flow.
A Kino flow?
Kino flow.
Because the first time I thought you said keto flow, and I was like, is he on a diet? Is he doing ketosis? Is that the flow of his shit through his body when he's on keto? Yeah. Kino. Is that where you've got like, you get your DP and you sit him down on a motorcycle that talks and he goes through like this ugly yet beautiful world looking for like you know what you get this joke? Kino's journey. Talking motorcycle. What's the Kino flow?
A Kino flow is just like a brand of light.
Okay. Is there a reason it's called that, or is it's just stupid like C-47s?
Well, the brand is celeb. The Kino flow is basically, it's like something about like the electrical current is like a certain way that makes it a Kino flow, and like the property of the light, and it's got like, you can adjust all kinds of different things. It's like a very new sort of light technology, but they're awesome.
And meanwhile, DP, to finally explain, means director of photography.
Director of photography.
So, on a film set, the guy who's like in charge of everyone is the director.
Yeah.
And the guy who's in charge of setting up shots and getting the shots and in charge of telling the cameramen what to do would be the director of photography, right?
More or less. It's really the director of photography is also talking with the lighting department and making sure they're getting the lighting right, and he's basically like the director basically figures out the shots and goes, I want to do these shots, and then the DP figures out how to do the shots.
So the DP is what you ultimately want to be, right?
Yeah.
You would like to be a DP or a director.
I'm definitely, this latest set, I'm starting to feel like, man, I should probably go for it and just be a director, because, like, the way it's been, it's definitely, like,
you
really
want things to look
experiencing
your
it
own
this way is kind of changing my mentality about certain things. Where it's really, like, it's not that complicated. Like, there's no reason I can't do it.
Right.
Like, I've just kind of been, like, underselling myself.
Maybe the reason you find it more complicated is because you've been working with amateurs who make it more complicated.
I guess. I don't know.
Like for instance, you've always said that it would be difficult to communicate with actors, but maybe it's because you're working with shitty actors, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's also like, I've been on these sets and, you know, the stuff the director says to the actors is not that complicated. Like,
right.
I was just basically thinking that it was more complex than it is.
Well, you've worked with people who you had to, like, bend over backwards to try to explain basic shit to them.
That too. I mean, our lead actor on this set has been like a little kid, but he is fucking awesome as an actor.
How little of a kid?
I'm supposed to have the fucking lens of truth before I go in here, right? Do you remember where the fuck I get that?
I think you get that here. You get that in here, and then
do
you
I get it in
Shadow
here?
Temple. Yeah, I believe so.
Or do I have to get that before I go here?
This looks like some kind of kinky sex dungeon.
I mean, yeah, I do
get it here. Yeah.
I just gotta focus.
Focus your chi.
Relative focus. But yeah, there's a lot of technical terminology, and I'm still learning even more shit. Like, it's very frustrating.
There's lots of technical terminology in my job. Analysis.
Whoa.
Video. Anime. You know what? But I do use a lot of technical terms, but
use a lot of big words.
Well, I use a lot of technical terms for like animating. You know, like I talk about the animation director, the key animators and stuff like that. So I guess I need to know technical terms, but not ones that are immediately relevant to my job so much as to other people's jobs.
And there's just lots of it in film today, and it's such a, like, different people from different areas are gonna use different words.
Right.
And it gets very confusing.
I mean, there was a guide, some people have made, like, extensive guides, or rather it was an official one, to all the terminology in Shirobako. For those who don't know, is a show about, an anime about making anime. Like, they use so much technical terms in the show that they put out, like, a huge guide to all of them.
That's awesome.
And, yeah, that show is amazing. And an animation director is basically the animation version of a director of photography, a DP. Yeah. It's the guy who, you know, instructs them on what to actually do in the animation.
Every time I just keep reflecting on, like, the vast amounts of shit from this film that I've been doing. It's really been like yesterday's shoot was a 14-hour shooting day, and then you know, I was out for longer than that, obviously, because there was the preparation and
there's something you can talk about that I don't think most people understand, that I didn't really get until recently, that, like, most of the process of making a film is the pre-production.
Yeah.
And then the actual filming is like...
I would say the pre-production is the work, and filming is the having fun. Where it's like, you do a shit ton of work that you don't want to do, so you can go and just play.
Yes.
And that's really how it feels.
The only problem with letting you talk is you just get your hands off the controller and you stop trying.
I didn't stop! I was setting up a Deku stick!
When you were, like, waiting, like, after it said game saved, and you just, like, stood there for a second?
Nah, bro.
I
had to wait for it to do the thing.
You don't have to wait for it. I've actually seen you do that a lot. You click save, and then you don't realize that that you have to press A again, I think.
Oh.
Like, after it says game saved, and I've seen you stand there, like, every time you save the game when I watch these videos back. But anyway, yeah, like, the short film you're working on is, how long would you say this film is?
Like, it's probably gonna be 10 to 15 minutes when it's done.
How much of the time is gonna be spent filming? Like, how many days, over what period of time?
4 total days.
So 4 days of actually filming it,
yes.
And how long was the pre-production cycle?
Several months. I mean, we also had a very sloppy and unorganized pre-production,
Right.
where it's like, if we were pros and if we were giving proper guidance on this, we would have been able to do it a lot faster, but we were kind of going into it having no fucking idea what we're doing. But it was very fucking time-consuming and
It's just
cumbersome.
I feel like people think of like a movie as like
Yeah.
it takes years to make, and it's like, yeah, it does take years in total, but like the actual part of the movie where like the actors are there,
it takes like a week. It's not
Yeah,
long.
it's-
Well, for a feature film, probably much longer. But it's well scheduled, and like when you get to that Hollywood level, like they are like fucking clockwork. From what I hear, is that they are just so ridiculously efficient that it's like
and when they're not,
a whole
it,
nother world.
It makes news, you know?
Yeah.
When they have to do reshoots and shit like that, then people hear about it, like with DayZ or something. So
Jay-Z.
yeah, it's just interesting to me. Like, again, I always think of film as like taking all this time,
Yeah.
but it's really more like we went to the location and within 2 days we did all the shit,
Yeah.
but we had everyone ready with all the shit.
It's
you
all
know?
meticulously planned out by people who are good at planning.
Yeah. Similar
Which is,
to
if you can find those people, then fucking hold on to them because they're awesome.
right. Even with animation, particularly in Japan, like they, you know, and when you watch a show like Shirobako, it becomes so evident that like they really work on the episode until the day the episode comes out.
Yeah.
Sometimes within the hour of the
Yeah,
episode.
I'm glad that show
coming
exists because I
out.
always wondered with anime, like how soon before that shit is airing do
Right,
they produce
but
it
that's
all?
what's interesting about it, is that it's so different from like from Western cartoons, where
Yeah.
like with a season of like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, for instance, they'll
Yeah.
like finish almost the entire season before it ever airs. You know, like the writers have forgotten about it by
Yeah.
the time it goes on TV, because it's been like over a year, which even for anime, you know, the writing comes before the production starts. But like the team will be done with the show, with the season essentially, by the time it goes on. And I know with American
Oh my
TV
God.
shows, they follow the front 7 back 14 rule, which is like they make, or maybe it's the other way around, I think it's front 7, where they make 7 episodes of a show before it goes to air, and then those 7 are like the test to see if the show will be successful.
Yeah.
And if it is successful within, like, you know, the first couple episodes, then they make the rest of it. So that's why when you get shows that only have like so many, like Firefly was a famous example of a show. It was like what, 14 episodes? Was it 7 or 14? It was something like that. You watched it, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't remember how many episodes it was.
Well, it was like famous.
Pretty short.
It's infamous for the fact that they did the test part of the season and it didn't succeed, and so they didn't do the rest of the season.
I see.
And then, you know, only later did it become like a cult favorite kind of thing. But yeah, like with American shows, they more often have the whole like only half
Especially
of it or
with
the
something
whole thing
like
done.
Game of Thrones, and Netflix has made this glaringly obvious because now they'll release a whole show all at once because
Right.
they shot it all at once, they edited it all at
Exactly.
once, so they just put it all out.
Right, and they're not worried about
Yeah.
bringing you back for advertisements and shit
And
like
then it's
that.
like, when you're watching Game of Thrones and half the season takes place in the north, it's like they shot all of that at once.
Right,
Because
probably
it
in a
would be
couple
way
days.
too expensive to keep going back and forth between that location.
Yeah, they do not shoot this shit chronologically.
Yeah.
Oh man, another one that really I want to know about is, I want to know how long they spend when they produce like Super Sentai shows or like anything like that, because, you know, as we know with anime, they pretty much work down to the minute. So let's
Yeah.
say each episode probably begins production like a good 6 weeks or 2 months before that episode airs. You know, they like after the pre-production phase, once they have everything planned out, then they start production, and they're basically working through each episode one at a time, but also like 3 at a or I shouldn't say one at a time at all, 3 at a time or so. You know, like on Shirobako, it'll be, there's usually 3 or 4 in development at any given moment, and they're trying to get through them. And their goal on that show was like the ideal
get
goal
through there
was
without the
having the
lens.
episode done like 2 weeks beforehand.
Uh-huh.
But then it was like 1 week beforehand would be acceptable, but the day of is what they usually end up working to. You know,
Yeah.
like if anything goes wrong, which something always goes wrong. So my question is, with Super Sentai shows where they air constantly, like literally the week after one ends, the next one starts, and they're 50 episodes apiece, like how far ahead do they start filming it? Is it like anime where they're filming
it
it like
is,
a
because
few
I
days
know,
before, or what?
Like, those sort of like soap opera type shows and like a lot of those cheaper American TV shows do film on like that week to week like struggle basis.
Yeah.
Like the ones that just never stop airing.
Yeah, it's weird to think about, but like I know with a lot of Japanese stuff, they just throw everything out after they're done with the last one, and then make. I don't think the Super Sentai does that, because Sentai has like tons of callbacks and like you know, every Sentai group shows up again kind of thing. But I know that with Godzilla, every time they made a new Godzilla movie, after they were done, Toho would just get rid of all the shit. Or they'd like sell it or destroy it or get rid of it, because they just couldn't afford the storage space to keep. Because Tokyo is so fucking overcrowded and dense that there's just no room to keep shit laying around, you know. So that's why Godzilla would look so different all the time. Like every fucking Godzilla movie, he looks a little bit different.
Oh my god!
Because they were just remaking all this shit from scratch over and over and over again, which is hilarious. And you'd think it would be more expensive, but I guess storage was that hard to come by, or they just weren't ever sure if they were gonna make another one or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure there must have been periods where they used like the same stuff for a couple of movies or something, if they had like more than one planned. I definitely remember Godzilla looking different all the fucking time when I was a kid.
Certainly. Not consistent at all.
No.
Ah shit, this is backwards. I'm having a lot of fun in this part.
You look very lost.
I don't enjoy this part. This is probably my least favorite area of the game.
I like the look of it though. It's like really creepy.
Like, how the fuck do I get to this chest? I don't have the lens. Where's the lens? I thought of... What doors have I not been through?
Zelda is one of those game series that does like an amazing job of being unsettling and colorful at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, where like it's not, you're not in like a dark hallway with like the lights are super dim and everything.
But this
it's
place
just
is
like
creepy as shit.
it's just the hands coming out of a green pool is like, what the fuck, you know? And like these
and the
dudes,
zombies that fucking paralyze you.
well, the fact that they just like sit down and chill, and then they're like, and you're like, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, dude, oh fuck.
Definitely one of the most terrifying enemies in video games.
Certainly when we were kids, we would not fight those. We would just run.
Yeah, I would be fucking terrified. Legitimately fucking terrified, man. Here we go, and I go, oh god. Alright, what am I missing?
You're fucking, bomb that thing. Bomb that.
What?
Bomb that.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. Next time on Digibros.
What is this shit?
Next time on Digibros, Victor continues with
Hold
the level.
on, no! Those are
got
bomb
bomb
shoes?
shoes.
I never do that. What?
Next time.
I've played this game so many times.